You turn on the tap and water flows out. You don't think about where it comes from. You don't think about where it goes. You just trust that it will always be there. But imagine a morning where you turn the handle and all you hear is a dry, hollow hiss. No coffee, no shower, no way to flush the toilet. By noon, the hospitals begin to panic. By evening, the fire department realizes they are helpless against a spark. A city can live for weeks without food. It can survive for days without power. But without water, the clock starts ticking immediately. How does a desert of concrete and steel keep millions of people alive? When a city's water system fails, the collapse is silent but deadly. In the first few hours, the pressure drops, toilets stop working, the smell begins to rise. Within a day, people crowd the stores, they fight over the last plastic bottles. In the shadows, the sewers begin to back up. Without water to push waste away, the city becomes a giant petri dish for disease. The gardens die, the factories stop. The very thing that makes a city possible has vanished. But this is only the surface. To understand how we prevent this nightmare, we have to look at the massive, invisible machine hiding beneath your feet. The water system is a loop. The input is raw water. This comes from distant lakes, deep underground wells, or rushing rivers. This water is wild. It is full of bacteria, dirt, and tiny organisms that could kill you. The process happens at the treatment plant. Here, the water is cleaned using a series of filters and chemicals. It is scrubbed until it is pure. Then, massive pumps push it into a giant network of pipes. The output is pressure. This is the most important part. Without pressure, the water would just sit in the pipes. Pressure is what fights gravity to reach the sink on the 50th floor of a skyscraper. Short question, did you know that most of the energy a city uses is just for moving water? Here is layer 2, the mechanism. How does the water stay under pressure even if the power goes out? Look up. Water towers are the city's battery. Pumps fill these tanks when electricity is cheap. Then gravity does the rest of the work. Gravity never sleeps. It creates the constant push that keeps your faucets ready at any second. Surprising fact, a single broken pipe can lose millions of gallons of water before anyone even notices it is leaked. Layer 3 is the insight most people miss. We don't just have a water system, we have a twin system. For every mile of clean water pipe coming in, there is a mile of sewer pipe going out. If the output of waste stops, the input of clean water becomes useless. A city is a giant lung. It must breathe in clean water and breathe out waste. If it holds its breath for too long, the system dies. Perspective shift. We think of water as a commodity we buy. In reality, water is the blood of the city. Without it, the body cannot regulate its temperature or clean its organs. Now we must look at the weakness. The system is fragile because it is old. In many great cities, the pipes are over 100 years old. They are made of wood, iron, or lead. They are buried under tons of concrete. We cannot see them rotting. The system is risky because it is centralized. If one main treatment plant is poisoned or one major pump station fails, an entire metropolis can be paralyzed in minutes. We are betting our lives on pipes we haven't seen in a century. But here's the twist. We think we are consuming water. We aren't. We're just borrowing it. The water you used to wash your face this morning has existed for billions of years. It has been through the bodies of dinosaurs and the roots of ancient trees. The city's job isn't to create water, it is to manage a never-ending cycle. The water in your glass today might be the same water that someone else used a week ago, cleaned and returned to the system. We look at our cities as skyscrapers, bright lights, and busy roads, but those are just the decorations. The real city is the invisible web of pipes and pumps that keeps the peace. It is the silent agreement that we can live together in the millions because we have mastered the flow of life. We are not just citizens of a country, we are members of a biological system. A city is not built of stone and glass, it is built of water, and it survives as long as that water keeps moving.